Hey guys, Zahin here from Body Peak Supplements and PT Den Personal Training. Sorry I haven't done any educational videos based on exercise in a while, but here's 3 in 1, just to catch up with the times. 3 really small variables into your exercises and different ways to finish off specific body parts. So I hope you enjoy the video. So the first one is a modified version of the seated row. The seated row can target your lats or it can target your traps, depending on the width of the bar and the movement that you're performing. So here you can have a look at a link to a video based on the difference between a close grip row and a wide grip row. To emphasize on that a little bit further, I can tell you the basics of it right now. If you take a close grip and you pull, your elbows come out, which means you can't squeeze your back together, which means you can't target your mid-traps as efficiently as if you had a wide grip row. So if you had a wide grip row, you can actually pull your elbows in, squeezing your back together and contracting your mid-traps more efficiently. So the exercise you're about to see targets your lats, so it's a close grip row. Now let's have a look at the purpose of your lats. Your purpose of your lats is to pull your humerus bone through the frontal plane and through the concentric contraction, it will contract it from a vertical standpoint. Now what that simply means is that in order to contract your lats, you have to pull along the frontal plane, such as a chin-up or a lat pull-down or anything of that nature. Now, if we have a look at a seated row runs along the transverse plane. So you're pulling towards your body. Therefore, the movement pattern for a seated row cannot target your lats very well, even if you do get a close grip, unless you actually lean your body forward. So by leaning your body forward, you are now moving the weight transfer into a more of a vertical pull down. So basically what you do is you take a close grip row, lean forward, keep your body forward, chest up, neutral spine, and pull as if you're doing a lat pull down, but you're now on a seated row machine. Now you can't lift a heavy weight because it puts a lot of pressure on your lower back. So this is a really good way to either make a transition between doing your lats and doing your traps, or you can use it as your last set when doing lats, just to burn out whatever you got left. It looks like this.
The
next exercise we're going to be talking about is a basic bicep curl. Now, by standing upright, the transition of the force on your bicep will be round about the 90-degree mark. So if you're up round about here, so you've got 90 degrees at the elbow, because that's where gravity is pulling directly straight down and transferring most amount of force. So by taking that 90-degree angle and you are now leaning your body forward, the transitional force can change because gravity stays the same, but now your body is moving according to gravity, so therefore you're targeting the weight load on the bicep at different places. Now this can really speed up fatigue rate and get a good, awesome overall bicep workout. So what I normally do is, doing bicep curls, I'll try and target 12 reps. So I'll do 3 perfectly upright, then I'll lean forward a little bit and continue my rotating bicep curls, transferring the weight to a different spot of my bicep. Then I'll lean back, so I'll get back up into my normal upright position and then just really stick my chest up, and that will change the angle of how the bicep gets targeted once again. So that's your 9 reps. Now after the 9, I basically just go back into my neutral standing position that you'll see most people standing in, and I'll try and knock out whatever I've got left. So it looks like this.
we'll see how things go, and you know, cross the fingers we can be back.
See a couple of extra training wheels in your top stage. You know, you had blows in one of these things last year and you loved it. Are we going to see you in one of these cars at some stage?
It's been a long.
So the last exercise we're going to do here is one that I didn't come up with. It came up by Adam Fossey. So he's come up with a type of boxing routine in the plank. So what happens here, you're in a plank position. So you've got your boxing gloves on, you're on your elbows, you're in a plank position, and your trainer is up in front of you with the pads, and you have to lift one elbow and make a hook, and then back into the plank. Other elbow comes up, make a hook, and you come back to the plank. Now what this does is, as soon as your elbow comes up off the ground, you're transferring the weight of your core from one side to another. So you're greatly speeding up fatigue rate of the plank position. So you're targeting your core, your transverse abdominals, rectus spinae, etc. And now what happens is, because you're actually boxing, your heart rate is being elevated, which means you have to breathe more, which means your transverse abdominis is not in a static contraction, but it is actually going through movement. And this speeds up fatigue even more. So it's an awesome way to throw in the plank and do some cardio at the same time.
Really pulling that belt up, right?